They have taken their final warm-ups. Michael Chang is just about to serve the first point of his best-of-3 set match. I remind you again, tomorrow night we'll be back with you at 5 o'clock Eastern Time for continuing coverage of the Nabisco Masters. On Saturday afternoon, 12:30 Eastern Time, we will bring you the 2 semi-final matches, and then on Sunday at the same time, 12:30, the best-of-5 set final match. First ball, Michael Chang serving.
This is going to be a very rowdy pro-McEnroe crowd tonight. It's going to be very difficult on Chang. And I have a feeling some of these guys up in the higher parts of this arena are either going to be quite unfair and cruel to Michael only because of their love for McEnroe.
McEnroe showed you his strategy right off the bat to chip and charge on that second serve, put the pressure on Chang. Again, McEnroe in there, and this place is got a lot of folks in it now. The start of the evening, we mentioned that 5 o'clock match. Very few people at Madison Square Garden. Not so now. It's around 7:45. Played 3 times, but this is the second meeting on carpet. McEnroe beat Chang 4-3 earlier this month in Paris. Change of tactics there from Michael Chang. He is an efficient volleyer, but says at this stage of his career he's not really confident in the aggressive position at the net.
First game to Michael Chang. While we took our break, McEnroe serving. Silly Nastasi Manuel Santana played in an exhibition match.
Connors won this Masters title once, and those of you who stay up late at night might be watching some late night tennis can also switch over to the David Letterman show tonight. Jimmy Connors will be on that.
It was interesting when he got up in the umpire's chair, the lass that was umpiring didn't recognize Connors in civvies until he really came on the court. The boys went off the court to get him, drag him onto the umpire's chair to call the match for him.
15.
His opening statement was, "I've always wanted to be in this position." Chang sitting right on that return. Caught McEnroe right on the shoelaces. gives you an idea of how quick this young man is. He did a 360 there. Look at this. There's the, and he anticipates the drop shot, and McEnroe plays the deep volley, and Chang, unbelievable footwork. There's the anticipation. He checks up, runs around the back of the ball, and tries to make the winner. Didn't miss by much either.
Game point, McEnroe.
John McEnroe's serve has been both his strength and his frustration of late. And because that first serve isn't as consistent as he wanted, it puts a lot of pressure on his second serve. Against Aaron Crickstein last night, he was tentative behind the second serve for the better part of 2 sets. He didn't take his chances with it and paid the price. Michael Chang is a very fine returner of serve in his own right. So early on in this match, McEnroe's serve is being challenged.
Whistles from the crowd whistling about the Cyclops machine making their call. McEnroe looks like he didn't agree with it, but he's not going to get any pleasure from Jerry in the chair, Jerry Armstrong.
That's the same shot that Aaron Crickstein burnt McEnroe with last night. Similar type of game, Crickstein and Chang with two-hander off that backhand, and the left-hander likes to swing that serve to the two-hander on that deuce court. McEnroe last night had trouble. Took him a long while before he could find that serve out to the forehand on that deuce court.
Big serve into the body. Gesture from Chang. His return of serve went right into the officials, ball girls, and net judge on the side of the court. It's a very gentle soul, Michael Chang. Not so this man. Much more fiery temperament.
Oh, you don't have to call it, all right? Come on. Jeez. Call it on time and forget. We heard it 5 seconds earlier.
He's starting off the same way. It's to get himself going, as Mary Carrillo, who knows him very well, says, you know, they started off the same way last night with the Cyclops and with the chair umpire. He said, you don't have to call. They heard the bip 5 seconds earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this as you watch McEnroe seed. First and foremost, he's an attacking player. If he's not attacking his serve, he won't be in a position to attack the point. And Chang can burn him.
Michael Chang here. Crickstein again plays this shot. Both these fellows off the two-handed side have the ability to get great angle on that two-handed side, and they both can do it on the forehand as well. So look more for acute angled passing shots from Michael Chang tonight to try and get John McEnroe a little bit off balance.
That's very good to save the game. McEnroe back to deuce. I think you were going to see, I know you see two players who, not sure that they'd rather be receiving, but I think that's where they both want to make their move. Michael Chang, remember, he's good on the return of serve. McEnroe, I think, also plans to attack Chang's second serve. So it's not going to be one of those matches where nobody has a chance to break it. Contrary, I think you'll see breaks of serve in this match.
Missed every other first serve thus far in this game, McEnroe, his first serve game.
Yep. As quick as he is, Michael Chang did not anticipate where McEnroe was going.
Again, Chang plays the slice approach to get into the net, but you can see he's not very comfortable there. He doesn't anticipate the shot very well. and McEnroe was able to get that topspin past him. If you were with us last night, you saw John McEnroe in his opening service game have trouble, and he finished up serving 2 double faults, back-to-back double faults to go down a break.
Racket return from Michael Chang. I don't want to take anything away from him, but when McEnroe used to serve those with his wooden, back in the wooden racket days, a player could only grope at that thing and slice it back to him, which would open up the court for him. But with these big rackets and big returns of serve in the game of the 80s and 90s, that's not the truth.
Well, I think that point is well made, Mary. The fact is that it's also a changed style, because remember in the days that you're talking about, 3 of the 4 major tournaments were played on grass, including Forest Hills and the Australian Open. That has changed. The surface is a lot more forgiving now, so the players are able to come through the ball with topspin a lot more regularly, and that does hurt the big servers.
Another second serve.
Deuce.
And not enough on it.
That time, McEnroe looking for the two-handed down the line, and Chang just shows us the ability that he has on the return. He moves in and he goes away from the body on that two-handed backhand, as opposed to dragging it back to McEnroe's forehand volley. He can do them both.
Critical statistic tonight will be first serve percentages on McEnroe.
Third break point for Chang.
And the second serve. Nobody has better control in that shot than McEnroe.
Finding his way into the net, he waited patiently till he got that short ball. Look at this good racket work. You've got to let the head of that racket follow the ball, path of the ball. Look, there's the stutter step, gets in position, turns the shoulders and moves forward into the volley. Don't wait for that ball to come to you, move to it. Still not a first serve. That's the Cyclops, the electronic eye that does such a great job here, and is certainly an accepted part of the game. Just 40% of first serves in McEnroe in this game. Tough second serve. It was tough to tell whether that was a first serve or a second serve. He went for it.
I think that's a smart play, Fred. I've said it for years. I think he's got to go for more in that second serve. Game point, McEnroe. It is 1 game all after a difficult game for John McEnroe to hold.
Again, foot speed from Michael Chang as he runs this next one down. Barely gets to it, gets it up in the air. McEnroe says, hey, not this time. I'm going to close in and just nail it. Goes, that's the one that he leads with the wrist on that one. Closes in now. Look, he goes to back off for the lob, comes forward again and attacks that volley with the angle cross court.
McEnroe says it's okay. There's a baby crying.
That's the only thing that doesn't really bother him, because boy, as a father of 2,
Yeah.
he knows what that's like.
Yeah, boy. I was a father of 3 and it bothered me. I could always pick where that babe was in the crowd if it was a crying baby.
attack the second serve again.
We know how irritated McEnroe can get, and so easily over so many nutty things, but I saw him once. There was some commotion in the stands, and he was just about to bark at someone, and then he realized it was a woman with a small child, and he said, take your time, take your time. Totally backed off.
I suppose if you say that McEnroe should, as I said anyway, hit that second serve with a little more authority, well, Michael Chang has to do the same thing. Otherwise, McEnroe is just going to attack it unmercifully. Three break points.
Be all over this one.
That is long, so John McEnroe has broken. He leads 2-1. It is a year-long effort to make the Masters, gathering points along the way at tournaments all over the world. Fred Stolle takes a look at Michael Chang, where he played and how he made it here.